Hello and welcome back, I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our campaign slash brief series on Ireland in Arumba's Assay. Alright, so I've been looking around trying to find ways that we can actually maybe survive this upcoming revolt from the English, and what we're going to need to do, I think, is, alright, while you have an active disaster, no other disasters can grow. It's just not possible. So we're going to go ahead and recruit for some reason, this switched to a skill 2 instead of skill 3. We're going to click that then. It's going to take them to 95%, which is really, really dangerous, but not actually dangerous right now. So it's a problem for the future. And then we're going to try to switch over to that guy and pay those extra ducats for the -2 national unrest, assuming we get enough cash for it, and the rebellion doesn't fire in just a couple of days, which there is a 21.5% chance of doing. What I'm trying to do right now is I want to reduce the size of this rebellion. To do that, we need to completely remove all unrest from a province. If the province has no unrest at all, then it doesn't get factored into the size of the rebellion. Here you can see that they will get this size of armies due to base, and then every province that has any amount of unrest increases the size based on its development. So York is giving 5 extra regiments. We go to York, we can see York has 14 development. When we look at the one that's the smallest, Dorset, has only 6 development, and so the total amount of rebels that it provides is less. Devon is, again, size 6, and so it is providing 2 as well. So if we can get a province down to 0 unrest, we're going to actively reduce the size of that rebellion, which is why I'm so eager to try to get that advisor. Paying for the missionary, which is fine. We're paying for mothballed forts. We've got the state maintenance. Can't do anything about that. We're close-ish to being able to buy up some stability. 175. And they did not fire, so that's great. We are apparently careful, which is fine. We are making progress in the integration of our subject, which is also nice. Normally I'd want to spread these guys out to reduce unrest, but the chance of the rebellion firing is so high that this guy's probably just going to get picked off. So we'll just keep the whole army together for the sake of having it safe. And I'm not going to train any more troops because we're going to try to hire that advisor. Gonna wait 1 more month and hope. Nice. 2 for 2, getting kind of okay. Kind of lucky-ish. And we need 38 ducats to hire that guy, so can we survive 4 more months? Or perhaps we should just demand some money from the burghers. The burghers control these provinces up here, which would be particularists if they rebelled. So yes, I'm going to let them be upset for a while and increase unrest in those provinces to try to abate the English rebellion. Also, as far as spoils of war go, English Channel, I never really actually looked at the number, but you can see that the penalty from privateering is not that bad because we have more ships than the total number of guns that are counter-privateering, and it's fine. It's good enough. I'm happy enough with it. We'll do one more quick check on the merchants to make sure they make sense. Saxony's steering in that way that makes sense. All the ducats are going that way now. Almost all of that gets retained. Yeah, I like how it's going for the most part. All right, and then with that cash, we could do a doctrine. We wanted to spend a little bit of cash now on this. It's going to be a little tiny bit more trade power. It will pay for itself over time. I think I will. Let's just get that turned on. I can't recall. I'm pretty sure that the previous player, the guy that submitted the save, has that DLC. I think it was made clear that he does. We can now pass the Advancement of Religion Act, reduced institution spread, and we get a 0.5% more missionary strength. This one's definitely worth it. We'll do that. Okay, so now that we have that guy, in Devon, we have 1.2 unrest now, and the size of the rebellion should still be the same, about 34k. Devon is 1.2 unrest still. Separatism should decay in a couple months on January 1st. Fear of crypto-Catholics was temporary. I guess probably the next thing that's going to happen that's going to help out right now is going to be the boost to stability, if we can survive that long. I still think, the rebellion's going to fire no matter what. It's just a question of, can I make it fire with a slightly smaller number of troops? That's my primary goal right now. I know I said I was probably just going to inflate my numbers with infantry, but considering how weak our army will be when we actually have to fight these rebels, we're going to need some cannons behind it to actually do damage. I do think we're going to need a couple cannons. We are also out of manpower. Okay. Recruiting crisis. Lose prestige and lose professionalism or lose manpower that we don't have. That's fine. We also have very little professionalism to begin with. So that's cool. York has only 0.4. We have no forts in this area at all, so we're going to want to probably park this army in the highest development province that we can, which is going to be probably York. Set up that way. Oh, yeah, of course. France is a 664, like they do. End of a golden era. Well, that's unfortunate as well. Cross your fingers. Gotta roll the dice one more time. Getting pretty lucky so far. Chester is nearly converted. Alright, what do we have here? Urbanization. Lose some cash to gain base tax in 4 provinces, and the burghers gain more influence. Totally fine with them gaining influence. Totally fine with base tax going up. That sounds great. Okay, so York is actually only at 0.4 unrest right now, which means we can just send 2 troops. And if there's no unrest in a province, there's no chance that the rebels will spawn in that province, so these guys will be safe there. Let's put this other guy there, though, just in case. Get this Chester province down to as low of unrest as possible. There's none. What I'm looking for right now are there any provinces that are at 5% or less? Because if they are, then we would want to park the army in that province to completely negate the unrest. So let's see. This number should update beginning next month, assuming they don't fire, and get reduced right now. See, just went down to 32 because York doesn't count anymore. Alright, so if they don't fire now, maybe this next conversion will allow us to move off of Chester and put down another one and slightly reduce it again. Still not too optimistic, because there they are. Alright, so we're going to have to allow them to just kind of sit around for a while. Worst case scenario, what we can do is just don't fight that army. Just follow it around for 5 years. Wait for the bankruptcy to go away. They're going to terrorize the landscape. They're going to raise autonomy. They're going to increase separatism. All kinds of bad stuff will happen. But it is what it is. You know, there's very little you can do about it. So we'll take the 4-month conversion over the 5-month conversion here. So Shrewsbury. No sense in sending the extra 2 stack because we're, you know, fully engaging this army no matter what we do here. Alright, so that active rebellion did just fire. I think if I had, like, raised autonomy at the very beginning of the the last episode, there's a chance we could have negated this rebellion no matter, like completely, but it is what it is. I mean, it's fine. Alright, I guess. Since we're just going to play hide from that guy, we're going to go and park the armies on a different province and just let them siege what they want to siege. The only thing we need to do is just prevent them from doing this. We have 59 months, which is 5 years. So by the time that triggers, we will have the bankruptcy gone. So do we want better privateer efficiency and worse improved relations over time, or do we want the opposite? We want the privateer efficiency because we need the money. Spoils of war is getting pretty good. 1.75 ducats is decent. So improving with France. Integration's at 81%. They don't control their capital right now. That's fine. I mean, we could theoretically go help them. I do want them to be integrated. But we're also at peace. And they don't have enough troops to occupy that fort. So no, there's no reason to go do that because as soon as these guys move off of Gwynedd and they go siege one more, this will be 3/4 of this guy's provinces, and he'll just get broken, and the province will be instantaneously returned to him. $53 ducats, 10 prestige. We want the prestige. Prestige is going to help out with morale of armies, which we need right now. More Welsh rebels. These guys are noble rebels. They're going to change the ruler. We don't really care. Okay, it looks like the rebels are all going to fight each other. Slightly less than ideal. 4 months for 1.7. Or 5 months for 2.3. I'll take the 5 for 2.3. I don't like how you can't turn off policies until it's been a year. I get that there needs to be a restriction on when you can and cannot do it, but it just annoys me like crazy. Alright, so I guess from here, we'll march the whole army down and start chasing this army, just following him around and unoccupying whatever he occupies so that we can delay. The main thing we want to do is just make sure that we don't actually get caught engaging this guy. See how he got reset? So we're fine. He got broken by rebels, which is no big deal. Integration's at 2 per month. We have negative diplo rep. Assuming it's probably because of the low legitimacy. Can we get like a different guy? No. Alright, the actual chance for a rebellion now is so low that I think we will go back off of this guy. He's too expensive, but I'm gonna go back to a level 1 national tax guy instead. Okay, after his siege is complete, right, he is going to do that, which is not ideal either. Okay, we're gonna have to just retreat from this fight. This was a horrible, horrible mistake, Arumba, now! Okay, so we lost another 5,600 manpower. It's fine. It's fine, really. Don't worry about it. Should have just not done what I did. They're relocating now to Chester. Yeah, I should have focused on just keeping the army together instead of trying to take both at once. Chester. Relocate up to Chester. Interesting. I don't want them to change their pathing. I'm gonna risk it again. I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna go after Hampshire. Hopefully they don't recalculate and come fight us. But you know, it is what it is. Okay, we're making a little bit of income. Austria got reelected. Corruption's increasing and innovativeness is going down. Corruption is increasing because we do have 1.12. We've got religious unity is what's doing it right now. Okay, well, I think we're okay to pay some of this off. Let's pay it down slowly over time. Not a huge amount, but enough. Truce with the Iroquois is up. 89% integrated. How much longer do we have to go to actually get through the bankruptcy? December of 58. Alright, so we're about a year and a half away. West March is the only fort that's nearby. If we see that they're moving nearby within 2 provinces, we'll turn that one on. I guess, you know, I'm not even gonna like worry too much about the mistakes that have been made here. I'm still trying to play much faster than I normally would, obviously, to keep it concise since we're only gonna play for a few episodes. But I guess I'm not upset because it just kind of goes to show that even if you make mistakes, this is a very, very salvageable save. Like, you know, I shouldn't have even let the rebels fire, or if I did, I should have, I could have spent an extra year or two to make sure our stability wouldn't have been at -1. I could have made sure it was at 0 when we declared bankruptcy, for example. There's all kinds of stuff we could have done. We could have done all the religious conversions and crap first, before declaring the bankruptcy. That kind of thing. Okay, so of course they're going to occupy that. Looks like they're going to head over into Gwynedd. England does have cores there, so they're going to go bother our subject now. That's kind of nice for us. They're going to have to deal with a level 1 fort. A little risky to come up next to him here, but it's fine. We do have our ruler here. I think they're going to commit to that siege for a while. Religious unity is at 69% now. And there's integration of Wales, which means that their army is now our army. It's just one state. 60% autonomy everywhere. Again, it's pretty much just income that I care about, so it's all going to go to the clergy. We're setting ourselves up to have a pretty significant penalty with their opinion later on, but that's fine. These guys have liberty desire due to the enforced religion. I don't remember. I don't think I did that. They are someone we should probably top off relations with now that we have that diplomat free. Get them paying taxes again. Okay, we got 1 year to go on the bankruptcy, and then we'll be able to fight that army. We have this fort, which I am going to leave on. It's also a defensive location, so if we need to fight, hopefully we can wait about a year, get the bankruptcy over, and then go fight them in that defensive terrain, the hills. Lose admin and gain national unrest -2 and 60 ducats. You know what? Don't really want to spend the admin points or the money. And also, I never did boost stability, but we do have other people. I'm gonna go ahead and take it. And at this point, we're so close to the bankruptcy being over that I'm just gonna wait 1 more year before we worry about boosting stability. Something Spain and colonies. It's fine. Nice to see them suffer a disease outbreak. Portugal's declared a war. Ireland gains influential trading company in the Gulf of St. Lawrence, or we can have a Scottish Protestant trader, half price level 2 Diplo guy. I want him for sure. We don't make a large amount of money from trade, but we want to get caught up on Diplo points anyway, so we will be hiring that guy. Once the bankruptcy's over, the cost will be pretty reasonable as well. Half-price traders are awesome. %74% religious unity. Almost enough church power for the next church power edict thing. I will turn on defensiveness here just to delay this until the end of this year. All these state edicts are certainly costing a lot of money, and if I were trying to be more reasonable and rational about it, I'd probably not be. I'd stick to a state, you know, even if I could get slightly better conversion out of this one, since I already have the policy on in this state, I would do all of this state first, for example. But it's not a big enough issue to worry about right now. All right, next one, we could do missionary strength plus 1%. Morale and discipline are not going to make a big difference in this battle, I think. Global settler increase is going to be very powerful once we're done with the bankruptcy. Production efficiency is a very, very small part of our overall income. I'm going to go with the missionary strength. The more we convert, the quicker our prestige comes back. Gain ducats or gain a skill 1 half-price advisor and also gain 15 prestige. That's awesome. I'll gladly take that. So we could get a half-price level 1 guy instead of this full-price level 1 guy. Let's see. 13.74 divided by 1.46. 6.1. I mean, the 10% national tax modifier is actually earning us the ducat, though. But I actually really do want the prestige. I want to get that prestige up as quick as possible. This guy that's targeting allies is doing nothing, so let's have him go and work on own subjects. Our subject is still not paying taxes, which is fine. You get a 21% chance for the siege to complete. Portugal put a colony of England in flames. Okay. World colonization rights is complete. Don't need to worry about that just yet. We need to eventually start reining in some of this really, really high stuff. With like the nobles, for example, it's time to start revoking some of their lands. Five, 3, 4. Yeah, let's get rid of that one. Nope. Piss him off too soon. Probably the out, by the way, just so that I make sure to mention it, is that after we're done with the religious problems, even if we have to murder every priest in the country to stabilize the clergy's influence, we'll do it. We'll just revoke everything, fight the armies one by one. It's not going to be a problem once the bankruptcy's over. So that's why I'm just trying to get money from them right now so that we can maintain everything that we're doing. Okay, they are about to be able to complete that. They have a 0320 leader, and our bankruptcy is up in no time. December 2nd. So, there it is. Bankruptcy's over, which means that our max morale is going to be a lot higher. It's going to take at least a little while to let that morale go up. 2.63 out of 2.64. That's not right. We are allowed to go up to 4 point something, so we need to let them recover a bit. And it looks like we did lose our missionary speed. The time is taking a lot longer now, but we have a lot of missionary power, actually. Okay, we get 1.6 in 8 months in Gloucester. Without that bankruptcy, we are now definitely making pretty good income. We can start the colonies up again for 4 ducats, which I think is reasonable. I want to get this colonial nation actually, like, doing stuff again. So I would go here and here. We could have sent them 160 days ago, knowing that the bankruptcy was on track to complete. And let's just let these guys reinforce in January and probably up till February. Then we'll do a quick battle, and then I'm probably going to call this good. You know, we're pretty much wrapped up with getting through the bankruptcy. As you can see, it's just a matter of just do it and have an ally, and the threat of them joining is high enough. Looks like we might have to do this fight. Don't take it. Don't take it. Good. All right, we're going to do it next month. Come on, fearless leader. Show us what you got. Either way, we don't need this defensiveness edict anymore, so let's hopefully remember to turn that off. So we're kind of disadvantaged here. They've got better overall composition. They've got equal cannons. They've got more cav, though, and our only real advantage is the discipline and the morale. But we also have a 2-5 leader, so hopefully we'll end up doing all right here. Okay, cool. Put down the English rebels. Infantry combat is great. So we are completely out of manpower now, which means that if we have to fight anyone else, like rebels or something, we're probably going to want to train a couple more cannons with some of the manpower at some point, so that we can, manpower spent on cannons is better than manpower spent on infantry. If you lack manpower, you should use mercenary infantry and manpower on your cannons, and you'll get more overall combat ability that way. We still have unrest in some places. York, this stuff. These guys are pissed off because of the burghers being currently mad, which is very temporary. We've got 2 months left on that. These guys are pissed off because of other reasons. Okay, so I'm thinking we're pretty good here. I think we're going to stop. The Irish particularists are something that, again, next month the burghers will no longer be upset. I'm going to play it for like 1 more month here, at least. That will update now. Controlled by burghers, -5 will be gone. 80% with that one, and it's already ticking down, so we're fine. And then the Welsh separatists are pissed off where the army is currently hanging out. Still have that disloyal subject. Probably do want to start integrating that guy. Having a vassal in the New World is not something I'd want to do long-term either, so I'd look to integrate him to turn him into a colonial nation, which doesn't cost a relationship slot. Alright, so we got our 2 colonies going again. We're making 4 ducats a month. We are also currently rooting out corruption fairly aggressively, so I think we're in a good spot now. I mean, this save is totally salvageable. So, alright, cool. I hope you guys enjoyed playing it out a little bit, seeing that getting through the missionary stuff is fine. I guess I know there's another problem now coming up, which is the, well, how are you going to handle this situation, the 95% influence and the 89% influence, but it's just a matter of revoking all the provinces and maybe sending them some cash or something at some point soon, and they'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. So, note to the guy who submitted the save, if he's going to continue the save from here, I would recommend you build up this colonial nation until they have like 10 provinces. Get them up to 10 so that you can have the extra merchant. The extra merchant will give you more trade power, better ability to steer, and also, it doesn't say it here, but when the colonial nation has 10 provinces, then you also gain bonus naval and land force limit, plus 10 naval, plus 5 land. You can then use that to build more ships, which, honestly, the thing we should be building right now, since we have no manpower, is more light ships. Just go crazy with light ships so that we can privateer like crazy. Let's do one last little bit of quick math. Right now, we're making 2.09 ducats in trade from the spoils of war, which is all coming from those ships. So that means 2.09 divided by the 13 ships we have is each ship earns you roughly 0.16 ducats per month. I say roughly because as the ratio of privateers goes up, the numbers will change. They'll have a less dominance here, but also if they were still pirate hunting, which they're not, which is great, then as you get more, every ship makes every other ship slightly better. Hopefully that makes sense. So look at the math. If it costs you 20 ducats to build a ship, and each ship is currently earning 0.16 ducats a month, 20 divided by 0.161 is 124 months divided by 12 months in a year. That means that these light ships are going to take about 10 years to pay for themselves, which is better than any building, better than any colony. It's the best thing we could possibly do. So we just build ships like crazy, and then eventually we can start looking to move into a different node. And also, you know, just complete these conversions. Yeah, this is totally playable. All right, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying these episodes, and I'll see you in the next one. See you soon.